Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to the English language class. Today we continue with the rules regarding the subject-verb agreement. I hope so far you are clear with the rules that I have taught you with regard to the subject-verb agreement. So let's move on to the other rules regarding the subject-verb agreement. So we move on to the rule number 11. What is the rule regarding the subject-verb agreement? When there are two subjects joined by these two words, either not only but also or not only but, what happens is that the verb has to agree with the second subject. What does it mean? If it is a singular subject, it has to be a singular verb. If it is a plural subject, it has to be a plural verb. So once again, when there are two subjects joined by either not only but also or not only but, the verb has to agree with the second subject. It means that if the second subject is singular, it has to be a singular verb. If the second subject is plural, it has to be a plural verb. I'll make it clear with an example here. Not only she, but they are also responsible. So there are two subjects, she and they, joined by the word not only but also. The verb agrees with the second subject. And what is the second subject in the particular sentence? That is they. And they is a plural subject, so it has to be a plural verb. Give one more example here. Not only he, but she is also good. So there are two subjects and the verb is agreeing with the second subject, and the second subject is she, and she is a singular subject, so the verb has to be a singular verb. I hope you have understood it. Move on to the rule number 12, and that is when there is a collective noun and taken as a unit means as together as a whole, it has to be a singular verb. When the collective noun taken as a unit or as a whole, it has to be a singular verb. What does it mean? I'll make it clear with an example here. The jury is complete. Here the collective noun is jury and it is taken as a unit or it is taken as a whole together. So we are using the singular verb. Rule number 13, it is also related to the collective noun. And what is the rule? The rule says that when the collective noun is taken as individually, which means separately, not as a unit, not as a whole, it has to be a plural verb. So once again, when the collective noun is taken individually, which means separately, it has to be a plural verb. I'll give an example here. The jury were divided. Here the collective noun is jury and it is taken individually, not as a unit. So we are using the plural verb. I hope you have understood these two rules, rule number 12 and 13. Rule number 12 says that when the collective noun is taken as a unit, we have to use the singular verb. When the collective noun is taken as individually, it has to be a plural verb. So please understand these two rules clearly. Now we move on to rule number 14. And what is rule number 14? When there is indefinite pronoun that includes these many words: anybody, anyone, anything, everything, nobody, somebody, someone and something. When there are these indefinite pronouns coming in a sentence, the verb has to be singular. What is an example here? Everything is going on well. Everything is an indefinite pronoun and the sentence begins with an indefinite pronoun, so the verb has to be singular. Here there are other examples. Somebody is talking in the class. Somebody is an indefinite pronoun. Nobody is sleeping in the class. That is also an indefinite pronoun. So we have to use the singular verb. And we move to the next rule, that is rule number 15. It says indefinite nouns like all, any, none, some. Indefinite nouns like all, any, none, some. The verb depends on the noun. What does it mean when you say the verb depends on the noun? If it is a singular noun, it has to be a singular verb. If it is a plural noun, it has to be a plural verb. That's what you mean by verb depends on the noun. It means that if it is a singular noun, it has to be singular verb. If it is a plural noun, it has to be a plural verb. I'll make it clear with example. Some of her note is missing. Some of her note is missing. So there is an indefinite noun, that is some, and it depends on the noun. And what is a noun? That is note, and that is singular noun. So the verb has to be a singular verb. Is the verb that is used in a sentence. That verb depends on the noun, and the noun is not, and that noun is singular, so we are using the singular verb. We'll give one more example to make you understand it better. None of his advices are good. Are is a verb that is used in a sentence, and the verb depends on the noun. Noun in the sentence is advices, and that advices is a plural noun. So we are using the plural verb. I hope you have understood the difference. When the noun is singular, the verb has to be singular. When the noun is plural, the verb has to be plural. I hope you have understood the 5 rules that I have taught you with regard to the subject-verb agreement. So now we have completed 15 rules regarding the subject-verb agreement. Kindly go through all these rules very clearly and understand the concepts in a better manner. Try to make your own examples so that you can understand the rules in a better manner. So continue to study well. Thank you.